Hi, I'm Claire. My husband is Wayne, and we are Quinta Chada. Part two of how we came to be in Portugal. We are here. It's our fourth week here, I think, since we got our visa, D2 visa. So I was explaining last time that we decided to go forward with the D2 visa because that matched our requirements the best in Portugal. And that is an entrepreneur visa. It's a visa for somebody that wants to set up a business in Portugal or invest in a business in Portugal. So what we really wanted to do was own land, grow crops, build a food forest, have botanical gardens, do Airbnb, do open gardens, do pizza nights, that sort of thing. So we wanted to do that to the tourists in the more rural areas, so agriculture. And excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. It's a lovely day today and the sun's shining on my face, so I'm hoping I'm not going to sneeze. So we decided to go for the D2. I spoke to an expert in the field, an immigration lawyer, and they suggested that we went for a D2 visa. We paid for that service, and then they wanted another £3,000 to write a business plan for us, and £3,500 to do all the paperwork for the visa. But we're not paying that because that's less property we can buy if we give them all that money. So I decided that I'll have a go at doing it with the support of Wayne. But I didn't know what to put in the business plan because I didn't really know what we were going to buy. I didn't know whether we were going to have like trees that had already got fruit growing, or whether we're going to have to plant trees, or whether we got enough land to have animals and do agriculture, whether we were able to do Airbnb in a property, or whether it would be camping or motorhomes. So until we knew what we was buying, I really couldn't make the decision as to what to put in the business plan. So we decided to go over and start property hunting to see what we could get for our money and what would work. So we caught a flight from Norwich to Faro, which is south Portugal. We wanted to look at property along the east of Portugal, near the mountains, near Spain's border. But we didn't want to be too far over, and we didn't want to be too far north because it's very wet. We needed the rain in the rainy season, but I didn't want loads of it. So we decided to sort of look at midway, central Portugal. So we started off at Lisbon and headed off from there. We got to Lisbon by train, and then we hired a car, and then we spent 3 weeks looking around. Didn't find anything. It was either too hilly, too run down. One of the requirements for the visa was that we needed to have a habitation license, which is what the council gives a property when they feel that it's habitable and safe to live in. So because there's lots of ruins in Portugal and lots of houses that are just not suitable to live in at all. We had to have a property that had a habitation license. So we spent the 3 weeks travelling around looking. We didn't find anything until we got to Castelo Branco region, and we found a place in Penamacor, which I'll tell you about in part 3. But first, I'll tell you that it took me a long time to find the requirements of the visa, and found out that I needed to go through VFS Global, which is a company based in Dubai that has a centre in London and one in Scotland and one in Manchester. So we were based with the London one because of the catchment area of where we lived. So I dealt with them and I emailed them, and they were really helpful. They sent me lots of information. I downloaded some checklist forms and the visa application form. I started working our way down the list as to the requirements of the visa. There was quite a few requirements, and I'll explain about those ones next time as well, because a lot of them I had to get in Portugal and not actually get those documents and get those things set up in England. It required us to go to Portugal, so I'm glad we did. So part 3 will be me me and Wayne doing what we needed to do in Portugal after we found the property that we wanted. Okay, take care, everyone. Nice to see you again. Bye.